Today we're doing a very different video. It's going to be actually the start of a new series, and basically the new series will be titled like redefining the body, and we would have different topics that we are tackling. So the first one for today is why personal style matters, and I am starting with this topic because I just want to lay the foundation of what is personal style and why it's even important, and then we can build up from there. And so let's get into it. So if you're wondering why the whole emphasis on personal style lately, especially like in the fashion world or like online among like influencers or like maybe other stylists you come across, I believe it's because times are changing and people are no longer so focused on only trends. You know, personal styling has always been so fixated on celebrity styling, but now more than ever, that's something that the industry is really breaking out from, and we're all regular people, so we can always be like the celebrities, and so we have to do things that reflect ourselves. But then also, people are no longer just holding themselves by the standard that the in these beauty industries have put in place. And so that's why there's a rise in conversation about like personal style, body type, etc., etc., etc. And so if you have heard about personal style but you're always wondering what it is, a personal style is the way you express yourself. It's a form of self-expression, a form of communication through your clothing, your accessories, and just basically your overall appearance. It's basically is what makes you unique and stand out wherever you go to as a person. And it makes each and every one of us unique because um, we're all created differently. There are no two people that are the exact same. Like even twins are different. You can see a twin that is on the bigger side and the other twin is on the smaller side. Different fingers, different way our body, our shoulders, our hips, all of these things vary. Is what makes our personal style unique to us. Three factors that influence personal style. I would say your body type. Your body type um, influences your personal style because being able to dress for your body, being able to wear clothing pieces that enhance and actually flatter your body is the best way to reflect who you are. It's very important that you wear what looks good on you rather than wearing what is trending. You wear what is trending. Not all trends will look good on you. Some trends might look better on a certain type of body and might look worse on other type of body. So when you know your body, you're able to buy things that just be reflect who you are, and which is what personal style is. Secondly, lifestyle. Your lifestyle is a combination of your work, your leisure activities, the things that your hobbies, the things that you do, on a day-to-day basis. It's important to consider your lifestyle, because when you consider your lifestyle, the clothing you wear, the accessories, your overall appearance is a reflection of who you are, the things you like, the things that you get to do on a daily basis. It's not going to be, you won't be wearing like a three-piece suit if you are a content creator, and you're wearing a three-piece suit is not correlating with who you are and what you actually do and the things that you get up to. So that's why it's important to factor your lifestyle. Your personality, your personality is a very big way that influences your personal style, because if you're someone that's into bold prints, bright colors, statement pieces, that automatically tells us who you are, and the kind of person that you are and how you see life. Whereas if you're into like minimal soft colors, it would automatically let us know that you might be on the reserve side, and let us know like wait, this kind of person you are and what you're drawn to. These are the three factors that actually influence your personal style. So why does all of this matter? It matters because, as I said earlier, it's a form of self-expression, and it communicates who you are, and it communicates also how you want to be perceived by everyone. I know that in society we do not want to judge people by their looks, and it's a real thing. I 200% agree with that. But the honest truth is that we're visual human beings, and how we put ourselves out there is actually one of the first impressions that people would have of us, and that is how people will perceive us, and it also give us an idea of the kind of person that you are. So three reasons why it's important, and it matters is because it helps build a personal brand. Through know your personal style, it shows your creativity, it shows your professionalism, it shows your attention to details, it shows us like the kind of person that you are, because your personal brand is first a reflection of you, and then the people that you want to attract, or the audience that you're reaching out to. And so when you know your personal style, it shows us who you are. And then also, for your on the audience standpoint, it helps the audience know if they can resonate with your kind of person that you are. It's actually a big thing because when you wear certain clothes, it actually influences if people will will follow you or not. I know this sounds crazy, but it's actually true because, for example, if you if someone that's into modest fashion sees maybe an influencer or someone who bakes, cooks food, and the person wears certain kind of clothes that might not be exactly what the person considers as modest, that person might be like, oh yeah, the person's first visual, even before the person hears what the person has to do about baking, is seeing what the person looks like. And so the person might be like, oh yeah, I might not necessarily resonate with the way she dresses. And then, okay, but let me give it a try. So that person has the option to be like, oh, I don't think I might resonate with this person, and might just move on to another person. I know this sound might sound judgmental, but it's a real thing that happens, and I have seen it play out. And it's a marketing strategy, which is weird. It's not weird. It's a marketing strategy in itself, which we don't pay attention to. And so it's important that when you're doing your personal brand, you know, your personal brand, you want to be able to your audience to see themselves through you, and that will be through one of the ways that your audience can resonate with you and see themselves through you is through what you're wearing. As I said, but also as I said, let's not judge people. But I know the importance of reflecting yourself through the clothing you wear, which is the main point of I'm trying to get to. Secondly, it helps you build a lasting wardrobe. Um, when you know your style, when you know your personal style, you don't just buy any and anything. You don't just pick things because, oh, I saw person A wearing it, or I saw person B wearing it. You buy things that you know that you can style in multiple ways, things that will fit your wardrobe, and things that you can see yourself wearing over and over again. You tend to invest in the right pieces. And so it's important. And so that's one of the reasons why it's important that you know your personal style. It saves you a lot of money, to be very honest. And as I always say, just because something looks good on someone doesn't mean it will look good on you. So it's very important that to avoid falling into that trap, know your personal style. And then lastly, it leaves a lasting impression on people. Someone might not remember your name, they might not know what you do, but I bet you that they can describe you through the clothes that you wear. So those are three reasons why it's actually important to know your personal style. Now I want to show you an example of the second point I made, that know your personal style helps you to build a lasting wardrobe. I find that this is where most people struggle with being able to the things when it comes to shopping, when it comes to buying pieces, just because we're not sure, we don't know our personal style. So this is a client that came to me. I'm going to put a picture. You're going to see an inspiration she came to me with, and this is when she came to me and after she came to me. But let's focus on the inspiration and when she came to me. This is the inspiration and when she came to me. Now, from the inspiration and when she came to me, you can see that it what she got for herself does not look good on her. And you might wonder why, because it looks really good on the inspiration. But when you look at the inspiration on her, one major thing that makes it not her personal style is their body type. The inspiration she came with me, the person is tall and the person has broader shoulders. She is short, smaller, and does not have a broad shoulder. She has a smaller upper body. So wearing something that fits someone with a wider upper body makes her look lost in the clothes and doesn't look good on her. And so this is an example of why it's important to know your personal style. Now, there's nothing wrong with her um, getting inspiration from this person. However, the inspiration she got, this is where we flipped it to the after. Okay, you want to wear something that has volume and a nice blouse with the skirt. Why don't we look for a fitted shirt or a fitted blouse, but then has voluminous sleeves instead of going for an off shoulder? So these are little ways that you can tweak it. You can find inspiration, but then look for those inspiration to fit you, your lifestyle, your body type, your personality, what works. She didn't even have to pair it like pink and orange, but because she really wanted to wear it and we didn't want to waste the clothes that she bought, we just found another blouse because the things were not that cheap. So we just found another blouse. But if she was coming with this inspiration, we probably would have just said, okay, instead of pink and orange, what other colors do you think would even look maybe nicer on you or you would like to explore? And then we could have done that. And then, okay, maybe a two-piece, that's one way. Number one. Number two, okay, maybe we leave the skirt and blouse. Okay, why don't we look for maybe the skirt doesn't have to be that long. It could be maybe a bit shorter. The blouse, it could be fitted with voluminous stays. These are different ways that we can tweak it. So when you know your personal style, you know your body type, you know your lifestyle, you know your personality, you know all of these things, it helps you to be able to style yourself well. Now this inspiration, she looks gorgeous. Everything she's wearing looks really good on her. She understands her style. She knows what looks good on her. She probably might have worked with a stylist, I don't know, but like she hit the nail. But someone else who just picked everything and it didn't work. So this is an example of why it's important. And I just want to stress that. Now, if you're wondering, okay, after hearing all of this, how do you find your personal style? It's as simple. Just know your body type. Um, Ask yourself question, okay, what are the things that I do? What are my hobbies? What are my lifestyle? Where do I work? Am I remote? Am I going to the office? What are my style preferences, my personality? Am I reserved? Am I outgoing? How do I want to reflect that to the things that I wear? Just asking yourself these questions, and then it will help you to be able to come to a conclusion of, okay, this kind of things to wear. Now, for the one of body type, I know there's so much information out there and it can be confusing. So I'm going to do a whole video dedicated to that. On the lookout for that. And then once the video comes out, you can use that to help. But every video, as I said, is going to help build up, as this is just the foundation to help you find your personal style and also help you just reflect your true nature and who you are. Now, based on how to find your personal style, if you want me to if you want have specific questions, or if you want me to talk on specific ways that I maybe have found mine, or specific ways that can help, or practical ways, sorry, that can help, let me know. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And yes, I hope you learned one or two things. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Bye.